Hey everybody, welcome to our health chat with Robin and Kim. And Robin, are we live on Facebook? I want to
Yeah.
make sure we're live. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
Good. So we are going to talk today about happy March 1st, by the way. And we are going to talk about it's National Nutrition Month, and also World Obesity Day is the 4th. And so we kind of want to talk about that a little bit and then also tell our personal stories. And before we get started, I just want to let you know it's World Compliment Day. And Robin, I have a compliment for you.
Oh,
you look beautiful.
thank you. And my compliment to you is you always look beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah,
you're sweet.
you do.
Oh,
Inside,
stop. No.
inside and out,
Oh,
guys. And I'm not lying.
Likewise. So anyway, so Robin, why don't you just talk a little bit about National Nutrition Month?
I will. All right. So I'm just going to give you guys a few little statistical things, and then before we go into our stories. So National Nutrition Month this year, it's every year, and they have a theme, and they change the theme every year. This year's theme I love. It is fuel for the future.
I love
right?
that. Yes.
And how
Oh
many
gosh.
times have you all heard Kim and I in here saying, fuel your body? Listen, we're not doctors, we're not nurses, and we're not like nutritionists from college, whatever. But listen, we're saying things that are so true, you guys. Fuel your body. Don't just feed it because it tastes good, right? Because some things that taste good are not good for you.
Ain't bad. Yeah.
All right, I'm off that soapbox for a second. So fueling our bodies at every age is what they want to get across.
Oh
so they're saying from children, and it starts there, you guys. Children need to fuel their bodies so they can grow, right? Healthily, not toward obesity. And it is a big problem now, right? It is at every age, and then with sustainability in mind. So when I think of that, I think I'm eating things from the garden. So I'm eating greens. I'm eliminating processed foods, because with the processed foods, not only is it not good for your body, but the boxes and the packaging that the stuff comes in is not good for our environment. So is that what you think when you think of sustainability, Kim? So, I mean, that's what I think when
actually, that's really good that you brought that up. Yeah, I mean, and a lot of people, manufacturers are starting to use like things that'll recompost and stuff like that.
Right.
So, but yeah. Okay. And then just to say what you kind of piggyback on what you're saying, fuel your body. If you're fueling your body, not only for now, but think about this, you're fueling your body for next week, next year, 5 years from now. Whatever you're fueling your body with now is what you become. And so how are you setting yourself up for the future? And that's kind of one of my big things, is like setting yourself up for the future, your future health.
I don't want to become a Cheeto. I want to be a bright cherry.
I love that. I want to be an avocado.
Yes, you do. All right. Enough of silliness. All right. We also, what I want to give you is a little bit of statistics about World Obesity Day. It is March 4th, and that is Saturday. It is an epidemic in the United States. Obesity, the other thing that they're touching on, and I can give you links to look this up, and I'll put them in the comments, is judgment. Stop judging people that you think are obese. And listen, I've been not a victim of it, but I have judged people thinking that they're lazy, and that's not the case. And I'm not saying I do that now, but years ago, before I knew any better, before I educated myself. So just because people are obese, it doesn't mean they're lazy. It means that they didn't necessarily get the education, and they don't have the knowledge to know, or the capability to find out what is healthy for them to eat. That's what Kim and I do this right now, because it's free. And if you have Facebook, you can listen to us, and things that have worked for us to help us not be in that statistic, we want you to take them and possibly help yourself as well. So I'll just tell you a little bit of more statistics here. You're more at risk for cancer, diabetes, and heart disease. Women have a higher risk of breast cancer who are obese. You want to add fruits and veggies. So like 3 to 5 servings, and not 5 servings of fruit so much. Think about your vegetables, right?
Mostly
Vegetables first, fruits would be second.
Fruit is God's dessert. So think of it.
Yes, and it's so good. Like seriously, I love my frozen cherries. It's like yum. Nearly 40% of Americans of the age of 20 are considered obese, guys. I'll say that again, 40%. That's
and Robin, fun. Guess what? By 2030, they're saying it's going to be 50%.
It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
And the healthcare costs, guys, because of this, are 300 billion. 300 billion.
We have a thriving sick care system.
Yep. And we just keep feeding it.
Yes.
All right.
Unintended, right?
Okay, so that's my notes that I wanted to go over. So Kim, take it away and let's talk about our experiences a little bit.
So I'm just going to tell my story. Have I been obese? No, I've not been obese, but I've been overweight, and I know what that feels like. So I was a skinny kid, but when I hit puberty, I started filling out, and then I got bigger, and I probably, looking back in high school and college, I was bigger, but I wasn't fat, but I was definitely probably over my ideal weight. It's like 30 pounds. And I remember my brother making fun of me, teasing me, calling me fat. And, that stuck with me of course, for a long time, because when somebody calls you names like that, you believe it. And so,
and that's bullying. That's what they're talking about.
Bullying, and it was brother bully. It was brother.
But I mean,
yeah.
So, they didn't realize it.
Right. So, and what I'll share this is vulnerable. At my at my wedding rehearsal dinner, and we had our family there, and I remember my dad's a pretty funny guy, and he liked to make funny remarks, and he said, "Oh, everybody take a good look at Kim. This is the last time she'll be this skinny." And I remember I was just mortified inside, and I was like, and I was thin at the time, was at my weight, and good weight, but I remember that, and it was like, but he didn't realize that it hurt me. He wasn't trying to hurt me. He was just trying to be funny. And so anyway, but moving forward, then I was able actually, so I was like, during college years, I would gain 30 pounds over the college year and then lose it in the summer. So very yo-yo diet, up and down, which probably did a number on my metabolism. So anyway, fast forward when I got married in my young 20s and then started having kids, all of a sudden I started looking at nutrition, like trying to eat healthy, because I was pregnant all the time, 4 babies. And so that really helped me to like, okay, what's eating, but really what I bought into was the low fat diet.
Yeah.
And so I was like, oh, fat is bad, and, counting calories and all that kind of stuff. And, but I got to tell you, it's like, and I became an instructor, a fitness instructor, that helped, but you cannot exercise a bad diet anyway. So you've got to really make sure. So I was able to stay pretty even throughout the years though. And then when I hit my 50s was when like things started to go upside down. And I'm like, why? A lot of things start going awry. And so my biggest thing was getting migraines, but also I was like, whatever, I don't know. I just had a lot of triggers for migraines. I was fighting my weight, and then I ended up getting on some medication for migraines that made me eat a lot. And so I gained like 20 pounds, and I'm like, well, I don't like this. So I ended up, dropping that medication and trying other things. But anyway, still going up and down a little bit in my weight. But finally, when I turned 60, that's when I had the epiphany that nutrition was the key to aging better. And that's when I really focused on what my mentor was teaching me. And then, gotten my certified national transformational nutrition coach, nutrition certification. And also now I'm a menopause fitness specialist certification, with both talked about nutrition, obviously. And so I realized, eating healthier fats, eating quality protein, eating carbs we were meant to eat, like the fruits and veggies, not the processed cereals, which I grew up on cereal. I grew up on, pasta. I grew up on potato chips, and, I love salt and vinegar chips.
Lucky Charms.
Oh my gosh. I thought I was a good mom because I would buy only Cheerios and Kix. They were the lowest sugar cereals.
Yes.
But they were still crap. Yeah. Anyway, so it's like living and learning, and it's like how much do you want to feel good? Because I feel like it's like feeling good about yourself, feeling good inside and outside, and that's what it comes down to. Do you feel good? And and when I had extra weight on me, I did not feel good.
Yeah.
And so I like being not a skinny mini, not talking about that. I'm just talking about being at a good, healthy weight. So, because it helps so much when you are at a good, healthy weight. It just helps you in everything you do. And it helps you with function, and nutrition obviously helps with your function as well. So anyway, go ahead, Robin.
So many things because we're close in age, and, we went through all of this. When aerobics started, we were right there. When, fat-free started, we were right there. Cabbage soup diet, we were right there. I mean, give me it, 10-day, drink this juice. We were right there.
Big for diet.
That is why Kim and I are so passionate about getting on here and getting the word out, because we know how it made us feel. Like crap. The yo-yo dieting, up and down, trying to look good. My case is, I was a fitness instructor. So I felt like since I was 22, that's a long time, right? And I always wanted to set a good example. Well, how could I set a good example if I didn't look good too? Now, this is in my mind, right? Thought I was doing all the right things with the cabbage soup diet and, whatever else. Didn't even know that, eating pretzels, I would be like, oh, I can eat pretzels and popcorn because those are good for you. Those are great snacks.
With Diet Coke.
Right. Yes, the Diet Coke. Oh my gosh, obsessed. So that just shows you that Kim and I also thought we knew what we were doing, but we really didn't until just a few years ago when we started learning from our mentor, giving us information and reading books upon books, and Kim getting her certification with her nutrition to find out that your macronutrients, your natural macronutrients, are so important for the fueling of your body. And the processed foods are they're the worst. They taste good. Those Lucky Charms were delicious.
Our kids got those for Christmas and a birthday present.
But guys, you're just full of sugar, the sugar. And once you study and you research and it's one thing, but then to do it and to watch your body, and I don't even want to say the weight come off. I want to say the transformation of your whole body, your skin, your complexion, your wrinkles, stuff like that. Because I've been laid up with my shoulder, I've put on about 10 pounds, but I don't feel horrible. You know what I mean? And I'm not dying about it. I mean, I know that I get to take it back off again when I start exercising. But it doesn't affect me the way that it used to. Oh my God, I put on 10 pounds. I'm going to go on the cabbage soup diet or whatever it is, right? I'm just knowing that if I continue to do what I know I'm supposed to do, which is eat a balanced macronutrient diet or a nutrition program, that it's all going to pan out in the end and I'm going to be good, and stay away from the processed foods, which I don't even do that anymore because, listen, guys, I promise you, once you get away from the processed foods, you will taste them again and you will be like, this is disgusting. And I'm talking Twizzlers. I was obsessed. My kids and I were just talking to me about this weekend. Mom, you mean you don't eat Swedish fish anymore? I'm like, no. Like gummy bears. I mean, and now just like to even like taste one, they're artificial and it's disgusting.
That sounds like
So I'm
kids'
just
food.
telling you, yeah, well, that's all. I was a sugar fiend,
Oh, wow.
but now I get that from my frozen cherries. I get that from my 70% dark chocolate. And I feel good afterward. So anyway, let us know if you guys, if you have struggled with this in the past. If you see things, that's another thing I want to touch on. I just saw something the other day that someone shared on Facebook, and they're like, here, try this coffee, diet weight loss coffee. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are
Yeah.
we in 90 or 85 right now? Because there's no quick fixes.
There's
And
no
that's
quick
the other
fix.
thing. You think there's a quick fix. And I always thought, oh, there's a quick fix, and there's not. It's just a lifestyle.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
it comes down to. But
Yeah.
anyway, I think sharing our stories realize we're not perfect.
No.
We've been there probably where you are or have been too. And if you're struggling with your weight or struggling with feeling good or struggling with energy or anything, it's knowing what to do in order to help you to feel better. And so anyway.
And one thing I'll add is, guys, don't think that, like Kim just said, we're not perfect. Look, I eat like treats. Like if we're on vacation, I'm having a piece of key lime pie. I'm not kidding. I'm just not going to eat the whole pie. At the holidays, I'm going to have whatever snack, cranberry cake or whatever. If I go to book club and someone has a sweet treat, I'm going to have a piece of that cookie or whatever. We're not saying don't ever eat that ever again. Just
Right.
not every day.
But I feel like I eat a 90-10.
Yeah. Well, you're 90-10. I'm probably 80-20.
Yeah. I might sometimes, actually, sometimes I'm 95-5. I'm just really, because you know what?
Yeah.
I crave healthy food.
Yeah. And you do once you start doing it. But I don't want people that aren't like necessarily on the on board right now not to ever be on board. Just know that you can always, you can have little treats. It's, not going to kill you. Like if you have them every day, it could kill you, right? Seriously.
Yep.
Your brain, your body, everything.
Yep.
So
all right.
Anyway, happy National Nutrition Month, and just make one tiny change.
You gotta just be 1% better every day. That's all you got.
Exactly.
All right.
All right.
Bye, Robin.
We'll see everybody next week. See you, Kim.